Hey, what's up, guys? Jason here. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, I just want to hop on and just share something that's on my heart. Something I've been thinking about for a while, but now I just really feel it's time to throw it out there. Um, what I want to talk about today is the truth about Kratom. What is good about it? What's bad about it? Is it safe? Is it addictive? Going to be covering a lot of these things in this video. Um, I just really want to make this video for maybe some of those people who may be using it, um, can't find themselves to a way to get off of it, or maybe you're contemplating using it. Is it okay? Is it harmless? Is it dangerous? So, with that being said, guys, let's just jump right into it. I'm just gonna give a quick recap of my story with Kratom, and we'll go from there. So, anyways, my journey with Kratom started after I became addicted to painkillers. So basically, I fractured my leg in jiu-jitsu, um, got hooked on Percocets, and was snorting up to 100 milligrams a day, just blowing through my money. And yeah, obviously, that was a super uh, hard addiction to keep up with financially. So I had switched to Suboxone, which kind of turns your opiate receptors off. It's very. I was buying it off the street. I didn't go to the doctor for the Suboxone, and it was just very inexpensive, um, and it kept me from withdrawals. But it also changed my personality. It made me different, just like the Percocets did. And so I'm like, gosh, I don't want to be on this. At the same time, I'm dealing with a weed addiction and still dabbling with some other substances here and there, but um, I'll just keep this video to the opiate category. So, anyways, my friend introduced me to a drug called Kratom and just told me how it was just really harmless. It's a herb. It's um, it's totally natural. It's totally safe, and I started doing some research on it. I'm like, this seems interesting. Like, it seems like people have used this to get off of painkillers or even heroin. And so here I am. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm hooked on Suboxone. I don't want to stay on this. I was feeling really convicted about it. Like, I gotta get off of this. And so after doing a little bit of research on Kratom, I made the decision to try it out. And I got a little bag, just some powder, and mixed it up in a shaker cup and drank it down. And I definitely felt good. And so I immediately, I think I gave up Suboxone for a day or two before I took the Kratom, because Suboxone kind of blocks your opiate receptors, so it can't really release that dopamine that would normally be released if you took a painkiller or whatever. So, anyways, yeah, the Kratom really kicked in, and it made me feel really good. And so that began my journey switching off Suboxone onto Kratom. And I thought, this is sweet. I'm finally quit Suboxone. I'm finally off the painkillers. Like, I'm free. And little did I know, I would have found myself addicted to Kratom. So before I get further into that, let's just go back to where I was. So I began taking Kratom daily. At first, it was just like once or twice a day. And the feeling it gave me, I still remember just one of the first times it hit me so good. I was driving and I'm just like, man, this is how I'm supposed to feel. Like, I just feel so good. Like, this is how I'm supposed to feel, right? And I wish we were supposed to feel like just super awesome, blissful, euphoric every moment of the day, but that's not true. We're not supposed to just be high as a kite, feeling on the clouds every day. Like, unfortunately, that's just not how life works, and it's not a safe idea of reality that we should have for ourselves. So anyways, that's a dangerous thing to think, right? Like, I'm supposed to feel like this way, and if I take this drug, I'm gonna feel like how I'm supposed to feel. If I don't take this drug, then I'm not gonna feel how I'm supposed to feel. Therefore, I will reinforce this addiction to this substance because I want to feel good. I want to feel how I'm supposed to feel, right? Um, so, anyways, let's get into it a little bit more. I uh, I dismissed any feelings that there's anything wrong with kratom. It's an herb. It's natural. I've heard it's related to the coffee family, so there's nothing wrong with me taking this. Um, so maybe 6 months into a year, I start to feel a little more burnt out from it. Um, I start to get kind of some adrenal fatigue. I remember like just becoming so more conscious of my dosage. My tolerance was building up. I had to continue to take more to get the same effect. And so it was just gaining more presence in my mind. And I just became so much more conscious of the kratom and my emotions and the ups and downs, and just always thinking about when my next dose is going to be, looking at my watch like, oh, how long has it been since I've taken my last dose, and really just chasing this high to feel good, hiding it because I didn't want anyone to know what I was doing. A couple people saw me taking kratom like at work or something, and I'd just tell them it's plant protein. And anyways, I began to just really just start to get burnt out from it. I lost drive for things I really like. I lost drive for, I do martial arts, as I mentioned, jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai. And I just lost desire for anything that had to be related to delayed gratification. I was so instant gratification, gratified, like focused, that I just wanted to live for the moment. I just wanted to feel good now, and that's all I cared about. And so I got deep into this addiction with kratom, and um, other things I began to notice was like my face would become really flushed, become really red, and I began to get like what I perceived was thyroid problems along with the adrenal fatigue, and actually my hair started falling out like crazy. Thank God you can see it's doing well, but it was falling out so much, like, because I especially would notice in the shower, especially even after I would take a dose, like I would notice like strands of hair falling, and it was way more than a coincidence. I know we shed hair every single day. I know that's a normal thing, but it was very evident my hair was thinning. I actually began to get a thinner hairline up here, and yeah, it was a huge problem I was having, and even that, noticing my hair's falling out, didn't get me to stop. I still wanted to feel good on this kratom, and I was willing to sacrifice my hair for a high that just lasts a couple hours. Like, it's crazy. Uh, yeah. So, anyways, uh, my dosage increases, my tolerance increases. I'm trying to chase this high, and at the end, I used kratom for about 3 years, and towards the end there, I was just feeling nothing. I was taking somewhere up to 40, 50 grams a day, and literally like a couple times puking just from intaking so much fiber and plant material. Um, and I couldn't even really feel good. Like I could never achieve that high that I once felt when I first started it. And yeah, but I was addicted, even though it didn't make me feel good, it kept me from feeling some withdrawals, right? And so, which led me to the decision that I should quit. I came to that realization, and I had to attempt it several times. I first tried quitting. I tapered down a little bit. I made it like 11 days or something, and just the urges and the cravings were just too strong. I gave in. And then I didn't try to quit again until like 6 months later. And this time I was back at like 40 grams a day. And I was just so sick of it. So I'm quitting cold turkey. And yeah, that didn't work out too well. I flushed everything down the toilet, went to work, and I was just fiending so bad. The cravings were so intense that I left the job site. I left work. Didn't say anything to anybody. Just went straight to the store and bought some more Kratom. And then those urges subsided. And I was like, dang, man, like this stuff really is addictive. And I know some people have different experiences, but for me, this is my personal experience. I'm just sharing that it was highly addictive to me. It was highly taking control of my life. So anyways, I made the decision, yeah, if I'm going to quit, I need to taper, right? So I eventually tapered down to about 10 grams a day, called on God, flushed it down the toilet, made a YouTube video, and it's still up today, and that was the last day I used it. And it was almost 5 years ago now. So I just want to give you guys a quick recap of my story, just so you know where I'm coming from, and just to share my real experience with it. And so I want to ask those questions. Is Kratom addictive? For me, 100%. For dozens, if not hundreds of people I've talked to, through YouTube, through email, their answer would be yes as well. There's some people have better self-control. Some people don't have this like addictive personality where they can just take Kratom whenever they freely choose, non-addictively, right? So the answer is Kratom addictive. I mean, yes. Is it not addictive for some people? Yes. But just because you have an experience where Kratom is not addictive to you doesn't mean it's not addictive. And I see that very often on YouTube, where Kratom is preached to be like this miracle, non-addictive, harmless drug, when in a lot of cases that's far from the truth. Now that may be your experience, and I respect that, and that's your reality personally. But we gotta just realize it's not just about your experience, it's about the whole spectrum, right? And we gotta have compassion for people like myself and others that find themselves addicted, and realize like, hey, you know, like this is a problem for them. And you know, then there's the question like, should it be legal? Should it be illegal? Now here's the thing. I'm thankful for Kratom because it helped me get off painkillers. It helped me on my road to sobriety, right? So can Kratom be a good thing? 100%. Like it could save countless numbers of lives. You know, people that will not overdose on heroin or fentanyl or painkillers, you know, because they're on Kratom. Like you're not going to overdose on Kratom. Like you might feel like crap, but as far as I know, there's no fatalities linked to Kratom. So heck yeah, that's definitely a better thing. And I got to give it respect for that. And here's another thing. Some people use it for medicinal purposes, for pain relief, and they use it medicinally for a good reason, right? Is that appropriate? 100%. Should it be illegal? Honestly, I don't think so. I don't want people that don't have health insurance to not be able to get Kratom if they're using it for a good purpose, for pain relief, stuff like that. Like, I don't know, I'm not the lawmaker, and personally, I think our pharmaceutical industry is all messed up. So, I mean, we've been given free will in this life to choose what we want. I just hope that we use it to the best of our ability, right? So I'm not here preaching against Kratom like it should be illegal, we should be done with it. Like, no, there's pros and cons. There's good reasons to use it, and there's definitely bad reasons to use it. And mainly where I'm seeing that it's bad is that when people use it to feel good, when people use it to get high or just to like cope with life, and I'm definitely not even for it like being used like when you're self medicating yourself for things like anxiety or depression. Like you're not dealing with the root. You know what I mean? You're putting the band-aid on it, right? Like so you have some anxiety or some depression, and then you take this drug and it makes it go away. Like it's not really going away. You're just drugging yourself to make it feel like it's going away, you know? And it's not getting to the root cause of what those issues are. And I know mental health is a very complex thing. It can be a very deep rooted thing that sometimes is very hard to discover or get to the bottom of. And I know there's still so much to be discovered about mental health. So I'm not acting like I know it all, but I know it's dangerous when you have mental health issues and you are becoming the doctor and you're becoming the pharmacist and you're giving yourself all these drugs to induce these different feelings and responses in your brain. Like it can create a bigger mess than it was in the beginning, right? So yeah, guys, I just really want to touch on that, like these questions, like is it safe, is it addictive, should it be legal, should it be illegal, and I just really want to just paint the picture of the truth of Kratom. Like that way, if you are contemplating using it, you have this information. If you find yourself in the middle of your journey with it and you want to get free, I'd love to be there as an advocate, as a friend, as someone to help you break free from this. So I think I touched on mainly everything I wanted to say, guys. So I hope if you guys are gonna like leave feedback and comments that you actually listen to the whole video, because I know I might get some backlash on this for these really strong Kratom advocates. But just please understand, like this is coming from my heart. All I want to do is just give information out there. I want to help. I just want people to be informed and make the best decisions for themselves. So, anyways, guys, as always, I love you guys. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. Take care. Hang loose. Peace.